It's October, and you know what that means. It means The Walking Dead Season 5 is back on. What is going on, guys? My name is Mark, or better known as Marksman on the internet. How are you wonderful folks doing today? I hope you guys are doing great. It's October, and you know what that means. It means The Walking Dead Season 5 is back on. Oh, I'm so excited. The zombies were doing their crawling thing. They were doing other types of zombie such things, and I thought I'd give you my impressions of episode number uno of season number 5. I'm really hoping that my video doesn't mess up too much because my kitten he's sleeping below you guys. It's kind of funky, doing some funky things. All right, so right out of the gate they did a little something that I wasn't actually expecting. I mean, good lord. I thought this episode was going to be really slow. It was going to get introduced to all the new characters that are in Terminus, but no, not at all. Actually, there isn't really any new characters really that they've shown so far in season 5, or episode 1. And if they did show new character, they died. Pretty much. That was the gist of it. So right out of the gate, Rick's group is kind of. They're not too thrilled about being thrown into a train car. So they get thrown in the train car from season 4, the last episode that you saw there, and they are going to break out, and they're getting it on. They're not getting it on, but never mind. They are, getting their weapons ready, or what weapons that they have, such as like belts. They were making like makeshift weapons with like chunks of wood that they like cut off the posts inside of the train car. I mean, the ultimate you just messed with the wrong people kind of group. And it kind of bugged me a little bit about like how that all came to be and whatnot. You'd think that they'd be a little bit ready for that, but nonetheless, it happened. So as Rick's group is getting ready, they're all ready. They're sitting by the train car. They're coming to get the Terminus people are coming to get them out of the train car. They're all ready. They're all pumped up against the gate. They're like, we're gonna break out, and Rick is just like, go for their throat, or go for their eyes, and then go for their throats. And it's just like, whoa, that is not the Rick I remember from season 4 at all, except for vampire mode. You don't want to talk about vampire mode from season 4. But the group is they are going to get out. Like, they are, even if like everyone dies and one person gets out, they are getting out, and they don't care. So I actually thought that they were gonna like, right there just break right out, and no, sadly the Terminus people stopped them by dropping a flashbang from the roof. And then Rick, Daryl, Glenn, and Bob get pulled into the Terminus building. And they just get up against this tank, and then there was another train car from, I think it said train car D, I want to say, because Rick's group was in A. So what I'm guessing is there's multiple train cars with people that have come to Terminus and whatnot and been kidnapped. I'm not too sure about that. I'm just floating around ideas and whatnot. So they get that. And the Terminus, oh my god, I have to give it to the creators of The Walking Dead, because my god, the Terminus people are disgusting. I've never seen in a show that gruesome, and they don't even care. And phenomenal job for the characters, or the people that were playing the butchers in Terminus. Oh my god, they looked like they had fun. They didn't show any emotion. It was just like another day at the office. It was really, really good. That really got me in the mood for like The Walking Dead. So as that happened, they show how Tyrese and Carol are doing, and they're just trying to make their way. Tyrese is still trying to get over the fact that Carol killed his lover back in the prison in season 4. So they're still kind of on edge, but they're like, we need to stay together and we need to survive. It's for the the better of the group that we stay together and don't end up dying. And they ended up coming across a scout from Terminus that was apparently shooting fireworks off to keep zombies away. By the way, that's a great idea, to keep zombies away. It just seems so logical now that you actually think about it. It's like, oh yeah, they go after sound. But anyways, back on track. So they end up coming across the scout, and then the scout is talking about a chick with a sword and whatnot. So Carol immediately knows, oh, that's Michonne, and and tie that guy up. And now Carol turns into Sniper Elite, mother trucking, semi-automatic sniper rifle zombie killer. And oh my goodness, she is now part of like the elite group of zombie killers. Because good lord, Carol just don't care. By the way, Tyrese is just still chilling in the shed with Judith. It's just doing Tyrese what Tyrese does. And they had every new person that they added, it really bugs me. doesn't survive. And that really bugged me because there was a lot of really cool characters that they added, and they just kind of just threw them away. Like the guy with Tyrese when they were in the shed and whatnot. He wasn't a character. He was just kind of like Tyrese's inner voice talking to him. And he's going along like, you're the good guy. That's why you're going to die today. And he's like, oh, no, man, I'm a good guy. You know, people are still the same. They've just, their inner selves have come out. So it's really cool on the way that they elaborate. A lot of this episode was really just mind-bending of what you want to be thinking is what Terminus people were doing. Speaking of that, so Carol just like full-blown assaults this wave. She's in a poncho. By the way, there should have been a flower on that poncho. I just don't look at the flowers. I just feel like they could have done that. Come on, Walking Dead. Come on, just give us a little Easter egg in there, please. There's this giant horde moving into Terminus, and Carol just don't care. She's like all in zombie blood, and with her poncho and her semi-automatic sniper rifle, just like brr, brr, like that, and like just walks in and destroys anyone. So now back to Rick's group with Glenn, Daryl, and Bob, and Rick, of course. They have now broken out, and Rick is just oh my god, he's so bloodthirsty. So he blitzes this one guy with like a makeshift shiv and just right in the throat, and then the other guy just runs right at him and goes like this. And now it makes me wonder, like, so Rick just fully assaulted two guys that were all just like, you know, whatever, this is what we do, this is what we have to do to survive and whatnot. And it makes me wonder how they were so well organized in season 4, and even in the beginning of episode 1 with like dropping the flashbang, like they know what people are going to do. It makes me wonder how they didn't know how to like defend themselves. Like they've never seen a gun before and like that. So I really hope that they elaborate a little bit more on that, because they seemed like they were really strong and knew what to do, and then Rick's group got out and they just slaughtered them. So Rick sees, or when they're trying to escape the building, they come across the cannibal room, and there's just body parts hanging and torsos and legs and arms, and they're everywhere. And Rick's just like, make sure you don't hesitate when you see one of them, because they won't hesitate for us. Kill them all. And he's like, oh my god. And Glenn's just like, okay. So as they get out of the Terminus building, they end up seeing a train car with a guy bashing on the door, and bang, bang, bang. And Rick's just like, it could be one of them. And Glenn's just like, no, it's probably somebody else that got kidnapped. We still need to be better than them. Rick's just like, yeah, okay. So they, I don't know why I sound like this when I'm talking like Rick. They end up going over to the train car and breaking it open and whatnot. And then one guy just completely blitzes Glenn. He's just like, you're the same as us. And like, he's obviously been in there forever. And then he ends up getting killed. So that was Bob, why you knock my camera? So now Rick ends up seeing like a horde of zombies coming in. And then the Terminus people all have AKs and whatnot. And they're just and they're just like destroying the horde and whatnot. So Rick waits for the last one, comes up behind him, gets him in the back of the neck, steals his gun, and then just mows down everybody from Terminus in front of him, like without even hesitating. So Rick's character is definitely going to be, it seems like he's going to be a little bit more violent for sure already. Like you can already tell within the first like 20 minutes of the episode that he's a little bit more violent now. He kidnapped his son, his daughter's, from his point of view, his daughter is dead. He just doesn't care anymore, and he's just going to mow down everyone. So it's really cool the way that the group is shifting, and it's kind of funny looking at it. Like, I feel like Terminus was a idea of what Rick's group is going to turn into eventually, because they're starting to lose those facts at what humanity is. And they're just, mowing down people without even hesitating it. So Rick ended up getting back to the train car, breaking out all of his, or the rest of his group, I should say, and they end up getting out of Terminus. And then Carol meets up with them shortly later in the forest. And Rick goes and gets the guns that they buried in season 4 and is like, we need to go back and finish them. And everybody else is like, dude, they're dead. If they, like, the whole building's on fire, it's destroyed. We killed mostly everybody. Why do we need to go back? He's like, because they're going to do it to other people. And, like, he's just like, we need to kill them all. And it's like, whoa, Rick, go, chill, dude. It's okay. So they end up deciding not to go back to Terminus at all, just to protect the doctor and make sure he doesn't get killed, and they just decide to continue on with their mission. And Carol's like, oh, we need to go back to the shed. Meanwhile, while all this was going on, Tyrese ends up looking away from the baby, and the Terminus guy in the shed goes after Judith and has his neck around Judith, and he tells Tyrese, you got to get out. So Tyrese backs up. He's like, okay, man, all right. And he goes out into the outside where there's just a bunch of zombies outside the shed and just destroys them with fist. And like all you hear on the like outside of the shed is just boom, 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 boom. After all that happens, Tyrese just like comes plowing through. He's just like Mr. Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah, and just like full on blunt force body slammed the guy, and he's just like, I didn't want to have to do this. And so Tyrese is still trying to hold on to humanity because of everything that has happened to him. The rest of the group now meets up with Tyrese, and Tyrese is just sitting in the shed with Judith and whatnot, and Rick is so happy, and there's a big reunion there, and everybody is now back together except for Beth. Beth has not been seen yet at all in the episode. They haven't even hinted of what's going on with her, even in the preview after the episode to see what's going on. So now it's for the after credits or after credit. Why do we have to do these in shows? I don't even understand why they're a thing, but apparently they're a thing. I forget his name, but the main general type guy in the military, the guy with the orange hair and whatnot, he's like, should we tell him yet? And he's like, no, we can't tell him yet. And then the after credit scenes, there's a guy walking with like a full blown mask and like a military outfit, and he's just all ready to go, and he's been surviving on his own for a long time. Takes off his mask, and it's Morgan from the first episode of The Walking Dead with Morgan and his kid, that Morgan. And then you also see him in season 3 as well. He had a couple episodes there, and he is back, apparently. I don't understand the total reasoning behind why Morgan is back. It was kind of a shocker to even see him again. I figured that he died in season 3. It's actually been a while since I've seen it, but I thought he died in season 3, but I guess not. So it's really cool to see Morgan again. He was a really cool character. I really enjoyed him. I wish he would have got more screen time in season 1, but I guess they're bringing him back, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I thought the episode was pretty good. There was a lot of explosions, a lot of zombie killing, something that we haven't seen in a very, very long time in terms of The Walking Dead. It was a pretty good episode. There was a few plot holes, like they didn't really introduce a whole lot of new characters, and all the new characters that they did introduce this episode all ended up dying. I know the main Terminus guy is still walking around somewhere, so we're most likely going to see him later in the season, but I don't think he'll be as much of a threat as the governor, because the governor had like a whole group with him. And most of the Terminus people are dead now, so I don't think they should be too much of a threat, but we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of excited that they're going to be on the road again. I feel like that's where Walking Dead really thrives, is when it's constantly in fear of running and they don't like sit down in a single place. So it's really cool. I would have liked to see a couple episodes in Terminus just to kind of explore the lore behind it a little bit more, but I guess that's Robert Kirkman's decision, and he decided that they didn't want to do that. So I'm totally cool with that. So maybe we'll get to see some more stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I enjoyed it. I will hopefully be doing a little bit earlier review, so maybe like Monday afternoon you'll see this rather than like a Wednesday. I just had a lot of stuff to do and I couldn't get this out earlier, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, it would be awesome if you could leave a rating or tell me other series that you'd like to see me do my impressions on. I'm still learning. I'm trying to figure this out, but I have a lot of fun doing this, talking about my experiences with TV shows, movies, and other such things. I will be going to see Interstellar here in a couple weeks when that gets released, so hopefully you guys will be ready for that. And then if I go and see another movie or another TV show that interests me and that I'd like to talk about a little bit more on the stream or on the videos, maybe you guys will enjoy that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Mark, or better known as Marksman. I will talk to you guys all very soon in the next video. Bye, guys. So they end up deciding not to go back. So right out of it, right there. Back to Rick's group. Rick, Glenn,